Hello, let's go ahead and begin. And I just want you to start doing whatever you want, of course, but just moving your body in such a way that you can feel your nerves stretching gently. Like just sort of just gentle elastic movements through the body. Just find that fluid flow around your nerves. Enjoy. Some of you might tune into fascial planes a little bit. Some might be into the nerves. But just remember, as we move our nerves, yes, we are moving our muscles because the nerves really help dictate how the muscles respond. So if we move our nerves from a juicy way, our muscles may respond a little bit more juicily instead of really brittle. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we need that sharp dynamic movement, to do things like to do dynamic things. But as my resting tone, how I like my body to be resting toned, I want it to be more supple, less brittle for me. So as I'm moving my body in this way, I'm aware of my bones and my spine, holding nerves coming from my spinal cord, moving through my body. I can also feel the nerves moving back into my spinal cord, up to my brain. It's very back body when we're working this way. And also remember, they're also in your organs. So how about your organ nerves? As we just flow squishily through our being here. And just as this idea of warming up from a point of view of nerves. And then begin to flow the nerves. And can I feel this sort of flowy, slightly elastic, moving more into fluid idea, now into my bones? Can I find a place of flow in my bones with the nerves? And now I'm really finding bones as fluid. Just feel that sense of bones as fluid, and eventually come to a place of stillness. So I can't really see your movement, and your movement isn't perceived by others, but you feel that gentle flow of the fluidness, the circulation of fluid, the movement of fluid, the flow of fluid in your body, in your bones, in your nerves. Inhale, left arm up, take it over to the side, bend your knees gently. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, arms up, feel that flow through my length. Exhale, arms back down, clasp hands behind. Head can go down, then inhale, allow the head to lift up again. And then exhale, release arms down by the sides. Inhale, float the right arm up over to the left. Bend the knees softly. Exhale up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down, clasp hands behind. Inhale, open. Feel my nerves, my bones, and exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, left arm over to the right. Exhale up. Inhale, both arms, feel that length, up and downness of my being. Exhale, back down. Clasp hands behind, open collarbones. And then exhale, release. Inhale, right arm to the left. And exhale up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Clasp hands. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, release. Wiggle your toes, scrunch your toes, make little scrunches with your toes, scrunchies. As you're moving your feet on your carpet or your floor or your mat, you've got a towel underneath you if you want to get more tactile sense. Just feel the toe bones now, the nerves of your toes. It's the nerves in our feet that help our bones and ligaments and muscles balance. So let's open up the nerves in the feet so the bones can be clearer. The ligaments in the bones can be clearer about what it's going to take to feel that stable structure on the bottom of the foot. So I'm just scrunching my toes and I'm allowing it to reverberate up through my body because I want to. You don't have to, you can keep it all still and just keep it really localized in the feet. That's totally fine. It's a way of working. Today, I'm more into my wholeness. I would like to really experience myself just as a wholeness, just my nervous system, my skeletal system, and all my other systems really working together. I'm just kind of digging on this foot thing and what it's doing in my hips and my knees and my ankles, and which then as a result is going up my spine and actually freeing my shoulders a bit, which were a little tight this morning. And then come back to stillness. Feel your feet. How are they a little bit more alive? How's your balance? Let's test it out. Take a moment and feel, digest. Pour the weight onto your right leg. Pick up your left leg into tree pose and see how it's doing. And allow your nerves in the feet to help get the information of the weight transfers and send that information to the ligaments and the bones. So really allow the nerves to record what's going on and send that information to your ligaments, to your bones. It's also sending it to other things, your proprioceptors and stuff like that. But let's just stick with the physical nerve, bone, ligament thing. And then release. Take a moment, feel. Allow that breath from the organs to move all the way down. When you're ready, which you might not be ready quite yet, because I could sure use a little bit more digestion here. Digestion in letting my body really grok, really say, yeah, that happened. And let it sit with it for a minute. And then pour the weight onto your left leg when and if you're ready. And then bring your right leg up into tree pose. Again, putting that attention into the nerves in your feet. That information moving into the ligaments, which then clearly guides the bones to help you create that stable structure, that balance, that foundation. And if you're wobbly today, that's fine. Just play with this idea of how can my nerves, how could all the senses in my feet inform my ligaments, inform my bones what to do? Open up that communication pathway. How can what I'm sensing then be guided to make some other response instead of just going on a feedback loop, woo, like that, falling over. I'm going to go one more time so I come out a little bit more from that place of connection. And when you're ready, you might already be out of the pose, but I'm coming out now. Take a moment and feel. I find that to be very freeing. Tuning into the nerves and the information moving into my bones, which then make my bones don't feel so random. Take the legs wide, rotate your left foot out, right foot in. Inhale, exhale, bend that front leg. Inhale up and exhale, slide and glide. Now my feet are down on the floor here, allowing the nerves to inform this connected movement in my sliding glides. I'm allowing the nerves to move up through my ligaments and bones, feeling my entire structure responding to the information that's coming in through the nerves of my feet. And slide it over into triangle pose. Inhale into your nerves, putting space around your nerves, and allow that space to flow into your bones, that communication from the nerves into the bones. And then the bones, that steadiness that bones can provide, that stillness, that sthira, allow that to flow into my nerves. One more breath. And then inhale the arm over the head. Feel that length now. It's that up and downness that we did when we were standing in the very beginning. But now that up and downness is now, because I'm not up and down, my body's going to side, but it's still that length through my torso, that length. Even though my orientation is different, there's some up and downness here, even though my body's to the side. If my head was going to the ceiling, it would be more up and down. And then exhale, bend that front leg, release your arm to the floor. Take a high lunge here and feel that up and downness through the head all the way to my heel as I just peel that back toe off, again, allowing the nerves of my foot, both feet actually, to motivate these peels. So it's the nerves saying, look at all these different aspects there that you're basically telling my bones and my muscles and my fascia and my ligaments and all the things that are in my feet, my fat. There's a lot of fat in feet, thank goodness, because we need that cushion. Otherwise it would hurt to walk. As I'm really allowing my nerves to communicate, I can hear how refined and how specific our feet are. And then release the knee to the floor. You can bring your body up if you like. If you're not quite ready to do that, that's fine. And now I'm finding the nerves in my front foot especially. Bring it all the way up through my ankle, my knee, into my pelvis. Allowing the nerves of my pelvis now to awaken and awaken the bones. Inhale the right arm up and exhale, take it to the back. Inhale the right arm up and exhale, take it to the front. Again, feeling that flow of the nerve and bone. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, take it to the back. And of course, inhale, right arm up, and exhale, take it to the front. And as my arm, my peripheral, is guiding, as I'm cueing the arm, my arm going to the back is also cueing my shoulder blade, my collarbone, my spine, allowing some movement of the nerves in my hips because of this upper body movement. I'll take one more round because I feel like it. And this next time you take your body forward, go ahead and stay there. And just let your left knee drop out to the side. Breathing deep now into your pelvis, possibly into the sacrum where lots of nerves come out there. And I'm going to allow myself my nerve flow bone dance as I don't try to keep my bones in one place, but I'm allowing some little movements because maybe my bones will find a more efficient place to be. Maybe they've been locked into a pattern because our nerves have decided or recorded that this is where I need to be. But if we give the nerves option, they're also recording that, and they may get feedback that says, ooh, I like this better right now. So as we do these little movements, this is like conscious squirming, okay? So this is conscious fidgeting. I think sometimes when we fidget, we're trying to find a way to express something that hasn't been digested yet. And when we consciously do it, we might find something. We might find a new place to rest. We've been here for quite some time, moving around, and now I'm feeling like maybe we could move into a pigeon pose. Allow that leg to come out. And then take whatever pigeon you like. If you're not quite ready for pigeon, you can flip onto your back through the whole pose. And now just still the body a little bit more here. And inhale about 6 counts, exhale 6. Bring your attention now to your breath. Just to allow the nerves, your brain, your bones to rest and digest for a moment. And then if you're ready, come on up. Bring your leg back to the lunge. Curl the back toe under. Place that back foot onto the floor. And inhale, come back up. Walk the feet together. Stand, close eyes, and feel. Notice what feels longer, what feels fuller, what feels more voluminous. How is the relationship on your feet to the floor? Are those nerves responding and giving you information for standing a little bit more fully in your presence? Or something else might be going on for you. Take the legs wide again. This time rotate your right foot out, left foot in, inhale, and exhale, bend that front leg. Again, now I'm back to my nerves in my feet as informing my sliding glides. So exhale, bend that front leg, inhale up, exhale, hinge of the hips, and then inhale up. So find that sense of sliding and gliding. Slide and glide. Informed by the nerves of my feet, which inform my ligaments, which inform the clarity of my bones. Ligaments give the bones that clarity and specificity of direction. I can talk about just bones, which we've done, but today we're talking about nerve bone ligament. Finding that way of taking the edge out, finding a softer way of being. Stay over now in Trikonasana, triangle pose. Arm can go up if you like. Now find that place of how are my nerves in my feet informing what's happening in my legs, which is informing my pelvis, informing my spine. Inhale the arm over the head. Feel that up and downness, but your orientation is side to side. The up and downness, feeling that length through the spine, the torso. How does that affect and inform my legs and my feet? My feet are informing my torso is informing my feet. Yeah. And that information has to go through this channel, so it doesn't skip over my body, it doesn't go torso to feet, it has to go through all the nerves channels all the way down into the feet. So nothing is skipped here. One thing that's groovy about us as beings, as humans, we don't leave ourselves out. If we're open to hearing the communication that's going in our body 24/7, we're actually really communicating with ourselves. Yes, we've tuned out a bunch of stuff because that would just be quite overwhelming. Inhale now, exhale, release your left arm to the floor, bend that front leg, take it into your high lunge, and now begin that foot peel with that back foot. The specificity of the nerves, gathering the information, recording that information, sensing, which then guides the ligaments, guides the bones, all the way up from toe to skull, toe to the top of the head, and even beyond. Starting to bring energy and flow into my pelvis, into my spine, into my shoulders. Now, the nerves that I'm talking about right now are more in the peripheral nervous system, also in the somatic nervous system. It affects and is recorded and understood and acknowledged by my whole nervous system. And then release the knee down to the floor. You can, and you're ready, bring your body up. Again, feeling now that connection from my legs all the way into my pelvis, pelvis into my spine, spine into my head, shoulders. Inhale the left arm up, exhale, take it behind. Inhale, left arm up, and exhale, take it forward. Repeat that 1 billion times, well, not Good. Inhale up. And exhale, finding that fingertip all the way to my spine and pelvis relationship. So as I'm moving my upper body, I'm opening up space and pathways that go all the way on down to my pelvis, my back, my nerves, my legs, my hips. I didn't say that in any particular order. Definitely wasn't sequential from the sequence that I would be used to hearing it. You can do a few more of those if you want to. Otherwise, come forward and then just go to the side of your right foot, keeping your ankle not very bent, and just let your right knee drip out to the side. And then just allow these sort of juicy little movements. Possibly my nerves are saying, hey, ligaments, maybe move a little here. The ligaments are giving feedback to the nerves. Oh yeah, I like that. Or I don't really like that. Bring myself up to be different in myself right now. A different day, a different body, different perception, different story. Finding that sense of flow on this side, which may be very different for some of you than the first side that you did. And that's okay. I think it's okay. I mean, what degree are you comfortable with your asymmetry? I'm not saying, hey, just be really asymmetrical, but can I acknowledge my asymmetry with love and grace and non-judgment? And then if it's physically not comfortable for me to be that asymmetrical, am I willing to do something about it? Am I willing to explore ways of creating a little bit more symmetry? Or maybe I don't even care that I'm asymmetrical. What's your relationship to your symmetry versus asymmetry side? Eventually, you may be ready to bring your leg down all the way into pigeon. And some of you have hips that just want to go to pigeon immediately. And I encourage you to play with that in between, just to see what there is for you there. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, you can take it down. And now still the body a little bit more. Move it back into the breath. Inhale 6, exhale 6. And let everything get a little bit more physically, movement-wise, quiet. Now your nervous system is recording stillness as opposed to recording bigger movements. The steadiness of the bones. How can my bones support me? How are they supporting me? Because they are. What is the conversation that might be happening between my nerves and my bones right now? Inhale, bring the body up. Back to the lunge. Curl your back toe under. Straighten the leg, place that foot on the floor. And then inhale, bring your body up. Straighten the leg, walk the feet together. Stand, close eyes, and take a moment and feel now that relationship between your feet and your head. Good. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, soften, sink to chair. Inhale up. Exhale, clasp hands behind, open collarbones. Inhale. Exhale, cascade forward. You can bend the legs. Release the arms down. Inhale, come back up to chair. Exhale, soften shoulders, sink hips. And inhale all the way up. Float arms down. One more of those. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, soften, sink to chair. Inhale, up. Exhale, clasp hands behind. Inhale, open collarbones. Feel those nerves and bones. Exhale, cascade forward, bend the legs. Release the arms down. Inhale, come back up to chair. Exhale, soften shoulders, sink hips. Stay there. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, float arms down. Take a moment. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, soften to chair. And you can go all the way down to the squat if you want to, or get your hands to the floor and then walk yourself out onto all fours. Slide your right foot back behind you. Inhale, open your arm up for side plank. Half side plank. You can lift that right leg, feel that steadiness in the body. Find that place. Now your nerves are awake. They're free, they're connected. Let that inform your muscle tone using just the right amount of effort, not too much, not too little, to find that steadiness in your bones. One more breath. Exhale, hands down, leg down. Take a moment, curl the toes under. Slide yourself into down dog if you like, or child's pose. Couple breaths here. Again, now I've got my hands, the nerves in my hands, communicating with the nerves in my feet. And my entire being is connected to itself. Inhale back to fours. Yummy. Slide your left leg back behind you, left foot on the floor. Inhale, left arm up for half side plank. I like my left arm over my head so I can feel that verticality, even though my body's going to the side. Can lift that left leg up, allowing the nerves to help inform the tone of your muscles. So you use just the right amount, not too much, not too little. The nerves informing your ligaments as to the specific placement of the bones that would be most efficient for you. And can I feel that steadiness now as my systems start to communicate and work together? If steadiness right now is my goal, which let's just say it is, because we can decide whatever goal we want, but today I've imposed the goal of steadiness. If you have a different goal, put your goal in and see what happens. And exhale, arm and leg down. Inhale, little cow pose. Exhale, little cat pose. Curl the toes under. And then dog pose. We got 3 animals. Inhale 6, exhale 6. If you choose to draw the abdomen up at the end of your exhale, just know that you're also just doing some nice gentle stretching and loving on your nerves there too. Bringing some of the focus now to the nerves in our torso, in our viscera, in our organs and glands. And then come to plank or hands to knees, and you can lower down onto your belly. Crocodile pose, letting your front body get now sensations. So you've got stuff on your front body, allowing your nerves to respond to that contact. Allow your bones to respond to your nerves, recording this support on your front body. Walk your legs together. Let me scoot back a little bit here. Arms down by your sides for a little shalamabasa. Inhale, got a little cramp here. Inhale, upper body. Palms press up. Exhale down. Inhale, lower body. Exhale down. Again, inhale now, both bodies. Palms and feet moving towards the ceiling. Back of the neck long. Feeling the nerves communicating with each other. Inhale, arms come out to the side and move out to the front in that verticality idea. Exhale, swimming back, palms to the ceiling. Inhale, forward, similar to what we did at the beginning, but kind of not. And then exhale, arms back. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, arms above. Feel that verticality here. Exhale, stay here. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, arms back beside you. If you want to bend your your knees, grab your feet, bring it into bow pose for a few breaths. Please feel free to do so. Otherwise, you may either come down or stay in shalamabasa for a few more breaths. Inhale here, exhale. If the nerves allow you to roll to your right side for rotated bow pose, please do so. Feel how that when everything's in communication, things might be a little bit, you might be able to do things with a little less effort. You still get the fullness of your experience though. Less effort doesn't mean less of a full experience, by the way. And then to the other side. Come back to the center. And release down. One more time, crocodile pose. And roll over onto your back, please. Hug your knees into your chest. Feel yourself breathing into your nerves, into your bones. Allow the arms to be out to the side. And letter T or cactus pose. Inhale. Exhale, knees over to your left, head to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, knees over to the right, head to the left. Continue this dynamic twisting. The idea of your nerves, twisting your nerves and allowing that space in your nerves to influence the position of your bones. Let your nerves help your ligaments, help your bones find a place of more efficiency, of more steadiness, where less effort is required. You can always opt for more effort, and sometimes it's fun to do that. It's also nice to know that it's a choice and not a thing you have to have is effort. It's a choice. It can be a choice. It's a choice when it becomes a choice, actually. And part of what we're doing in these practices is to help you make it become a choice for you and not just a default. That might be a cool blog at some point if I remember to write about it. Feel free to ping me if you want to hear more on that topic about making effort a choice versus not a default. I'm digging this dynamic twist a lot, so clearly we're doing a lot of them. And then bring your knees to the center. This would be a great time to put your legs up the wall or on a chair. If you had a block underneath your hips, you could do a little supported shoulder stand. I'll just put my hands there since I don't have a block handy. And just now allow the steadiness of your nerves to flow towards and away. There's nerve flow that moves from your periphery to your central channel, and there's nerve flow that moves from your central channel to your periphery. Feel these pathways and trace them with your breath. Or you can let your breath follow what's already happening. Or you can just watch and witness the miracle of you. Slowly coming down. Your legs are on the wall. You can slide them down. Put your feet together, knees out to the side. If you're on your backs, little supta baddha konasana. Feel free to place your hands on your belly, or a hand on your belly, hand on your chest. Your hands down by the sides, wherever you want to put your hands now. Feel your feet recognizing each other as your feet. Your hands, if they're on your body, recognizing you as you. If your hands are not touching yourself, feel them recognizing the space around you. Feel your body recognizing itself. And in recognizing itself, feel a sense of steadiness and comfort. As you recognize yourself, there's a sense of community, and you're not alone, because you have all of you, and there's a lot of you. Whatever parts of your senses now are aware of the space and the gentle breeze of the air molecules around you. Feel that community of your external world as well. And breathe in that space of community, of communication. And as you exhale, that's you being willing to share space. As you inhale, it's you willing to share space. As you exhale, that's you willing to become part of the space and to acknowledge the part of you that is space. And as you inhale, bringing the part of you that is space more to your forefront. Feel your space, your time, and your content. Nerves, breath, and bone. Feel free to move your legs to Shavasana if you haven't done so already. Stay there longer if you like. Otherwise, take a deep breath in. Gently wiggle fingers and toes to find the edges of your brand new body in communication with itself. Can feel, roll your head from side to side, acknowledging your brain as part of your wholeness. Luxuriously moving your nerves and bones and ligaments. It can roll over onto one of your sides into a loose fetal position. Stay there as long as you like. And when you're ready, feel free to sit up. Whatever finishing ritual you like for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. It's my honor, my privilege to share this time, space, and content with you. Namaste.